And one of the roles that I have as a disciple is helping people to shrink the gap between their preferred values and their actual values. So this is something I learned from one of my spiritual fathers many years ago. There's the things that we say we believe,
Right.
and then there's the things that we actually do. And usually, right, look at between my fingers, there's a chasm between them.
I would say anyone I've ever met, there's always a huge gap.
There's always a huge gap.
Why is that?
So it's because we have an ideal that we strive for.
Right.
And then there's the struggle that we live in. So all of life, I would say, is an endeavor and an attempt to shrink that gap over time. And I can say for myself, over 30 years of pastoral ministry, the only way that I'm going to be effective is if people see me living it out myself.
Being consistent. This is what I believe in, and I'm pursuing to live that out.
It's my way of life. So one of the things that I do is I'm in habit of a monastic community, and we have a way of life. And people hear that, they think, well, that's really weird and medieval. And what I say is, no, it's not. It's very contemporary. We all have a way of life.
Mm-hmm.
We're aware of it or we aren't. And what we practice often is divergent from what we espouse, whether that's in our politics or our religion or marriages or parenting or whatever it may be. So I think the benefit of having conversations like this, Mark, and living in community with other people who care about these themes is that we're helping each other to shrink that gap, to be our authentic self. I want to be as close to the authentic Foy as I can when I breathe my last. And for me, from where I stand, the only way that I'm going to be able to do that, secular humanism doesn't help me with that, and neither does moral realism.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus does.
So that gap, I think about this, if there is no God, and again, going back to we're just robots, we don't have free will, well, that gap shouldn't exist. Then there should be no gap then.
There is no gap.
We should be perfect. Then we should just be exactly what we programmed, and there is no deviation because we don't make mistakes or there's no rationality, inputs and outputs. We're just moving around like robots. Dostoevsky, Crime and Punishment.
Yes.
He says, if there is no God, everything is permitted. What does this even mean? What does he mean by this?
It means that, to go back to your metaphor from before with robots, we're not robots, we're animals. And anything, it's the law of the jungle. It's Darwinianism to the nth degree. So it is not just the law of the jungle, but it is culture, society, humanity defined by the strong, where whatever they desire to do is not only possible, but legislated and viable. And I think in many parts of the world today, we see that. So I think Dostoevsky was a prophet as well as a Christian dude. Either you adhere to an objective reality or you are free to do whatever it is that you can get away with. And that's a pretty stark dualism.
That's heavy.
Yeah, it's super heavy. Look at the news. Look at the way most people around the world live. And the strong get away with whatever they can get away with. Mm-hmm. It's incredibly Darwinian.
Thanks for watching. If you like this type of content, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below. If you want to support this channel, consider subscribing for more free content just like this.